Years ago, we used to do trade shows, and they'd have little mini workshops. When the classes were in, there'd be nobody on the floor buying. Everybody was in the class, and I thought, what people want to do is they want to learn. They want education, they want to learn how to do new things. So that's kind of how the idea of this started, and that's the focus of it, is education and classes.
Lining up the grain lines and making sure that I have a nice straight edge. Then I'm just going to cut, and then I have my 1.5 inch strip.
We started 17 years ago. In this room we're in right now, the first years, all the classes were held in this room. So the bra making was in the little boardroom over there. There might be quilting in this corner. There might be rug hooking over there. There might be a knitter over there. We started out with about 5 days of classes and about 60 people. And now we're up to 10 days of classes and well over 200 people. It's kind of a one-of-a-kind thing because everything else is connected with a big trade show, where this is just come and learn.
So it's been knit in a fashion that makes the two sides very similar, and I would put this one in the category of two-way stretch, because not only does it stretch crosswise, it stretches also in its length.
We've had some instructors who've taught every year for 17 years, and it seems like once I get them here, I can't get rid of them because they love the facility, they love the atmosphere. We have open door policy in the classrooms. Anybody can walk in and look at what everybody else is doing. Ron Collins is a designer from Vogue Patterns. He lives in Saskatchewan, and he's a fabulous sewing teacher. His classes are always filled up.
Let's take a look at the illustration on the pattern. This is a 3-day jean fitting class. I've done classes on techniques where we just learn how to put in pockets and zippers and seam finishes and different details. In other classes, we concentrate on different fitting techniques and taking all your body measurement. So I help them with that process of that as well. Self-taught teacher, self-taught designer. I have a line of patterns that I do for Vogue. I'm the only male Canadian designer that's ever been approached by Vogue to do this. And the first pattern came out a year ago in March, and since then I have 5 to print with another one on the way. That's the bomber jacket. That came out in the winter issue, and this is lining that Wendy can get at the House of Stitches as well, so fun lining. And the polo shirt, that was released on the 1st of May, so that's the new addition to the family. This was all inspired by having 2 pieces of fabric that I absolutely loved. Didn't have enough to put together for one garment, so I combined the two, and that was the results that day, and I fell in love with the shirt. But that is one that you can see here in View B. That was that rendition of it.
Heather Grover from Moose Jaw is a fantastic fiber artist, and she's been teaching 7 or 8 years maybe for us, and always has something interesting. And she's one of my favorites because she always comes with something for next year, so I have a sample of it.
I started quilting probably in about '85. Did a lot of very traditional quilts. I stopped for a while, and then I got right back into it in about 2000. But by then I was very much interested in doing more non-traditional things than just the basic quilting. And so I had discovered free motion at this time, and so I started to do more of this type of work here. And I love working with alternative fabrics and recycling as much as possible. There's a lot of pieces, doilies, things like this that, especially when they're damaged, that nobody wants them, so they get thrown out. And a lot of times I can take those apart, and any of the excess threads end up in my goodie bags here, and then everything else gets reused and put into a quilt in some way. And I show that to the students here all the time, that they can do so much.
Sewing and making things, whether it's sewing, knitting, or whatever, is really beneficial. Like, it's really healthy for people. It's tactile, where everything today is technology. So it's really a different thing. Some of the people come for a whole week, and some of them call it their mental health holiday because they get all the feel good. They're with people that like the same kind of things they like to do, and the exchange of ideas is just incredible.
Whether it's the quilting, the bra making or the garment sewing, I think this is a great conference. Wendy does a great job putting this together, and it's very fortunate that we have it right here in Saskatchewan.
Check out House of Stitches. We always have the stuff up on our website at saskstitches.ca. The brochures come out usually in November, December, and the information is up so people can plan ahead for the spring.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on Max TV Local On Demand, write us at max.local@sasktel.com.